Renaissance period. Renaissance period was a time in Europe from the 14th to the 17th century when there was a revival for interest in a production of art, literature, and classical learning. It started as a cultural movement in Italy, especially in Florence, and later spread to other countries. Also marked the beginning of the early modern age, with discovery, innovation, and change in society. What does Renaissance mean? Renaissance is the French word meaning revival. It is referring to a period in European civilization that was marked by a revival of classic learning and wisdom. The Renaissance saw many contributions to different fields, including new scientific laws, new forms of art and architecture, and new religion and political ideas. When did the Renaissance happen? There is some debate over the actual start of the Renaissance. However, it is generally believed to have begun in Italy during the 4th century after the end of the Middle Age, and reached its height in the 5th century. The Renaissance spread to rest of Europe in the 16th and 17th century. The Renaissance, a period of time after the Middle Age in European history, where there was a revival for art and literature, and Europe's shift from an agricultural society to an urban society. Who are some important people of Renaissance? Prominent figures of the Renaissance included philosopher and statesman Niccolo Machiavelli, known for political treason, the prize, Francis Bacon, a statesman and philosopher considered the master of the English thought, the astronomer Nicolaus Copernicus, who developed the theory that the solar system was center of the sun, the poet Petrarch, and Giovanni Boccaccio, who laid the foundation for humanism of the Renaissance. William Shakespeare, considered the greatest dramatist of all time, astronomer and mathematician Galileo, who helped the spread move of the medieval thinking in science, and explorers Christopher Columbus, Ferdinand Magellan, and Hernán Cortés. Niccolo Machiavelli, born in May 3, in the year 1469, in Florence, Italy, died in June 21, in the year 1527, in Florence. Renaissance political philosopher and statesman, secretary of the Florentine Republic, whose most famous words the prize. From the 13th century onward, Machiavelli's family was wealthy and prominent, holding on occasion Florence's most important offices. His father, Bernardo, a doctor of laws, was nevertheless among the family poorest members. William Shakespeare. Shakespeare, also spelled Shakespeare, by name Var of Avon or Swan of Avon, Stanford, Avon, Worcester, England. Shakespeare is English poet, dramatics, and actor of the calendar English national poet, and considered by many to be great dramas of all time. Shakespeare occupies a position unique in the world literature. Other poets, such as Homer and Dante, and novelists such as Leo Tolstoy and Charles Dickens. But Shakespeare is a great poet in this time. The preface of great contemporary, the poet and dramatics. Shakespeare was not of the age, but for all time. William Shakespeare was an English playwright, poet, and actor. William Shakespeare wrote 38 plays, 2 narrative poems, and 154 sonnets, and variety of the other poems. Some of his most important work included Romeo and Juliet, Much Ado About Nothing, Julius Caesar, Hamlet, and King Lear. Others words about William Shakespeare as very important in this century. Characteristic of the Renaissance. Humanism focus on work of men, especially rationally, not just because it is part of the church. Individualism. Man has a right to and ought to be self-reliant. Questioning attitude. Critical thinking, interested in secular or not religions, worldly matters. Rise of the middle class. Greek active in the art. Renaissance humanism. The main center of humanism were Florence and Naples in Italy. The overwhelming concern of the Middle Age was God restricting individual expression. The overwhelming concern of the Renaissance is men, revere of individualism. Renaissance humanists regarded the Middle Age as barbaric time and tended to idealize the classic period. Rome and Greece. Secular and human interests become more popular. Finally, Kate events in Renaissance history. Cosimo de' Medici in her Medici Bank. Gutenberg Bible in published. Columbus reached the Bahamas. Michelangelo finished David. Machiavelli published The Price. The Peace of Augsburg. The first modern atlas is published. It's an amazing period. Renaissance is the secular and interesting period. In conclusion, the Renaissance reflects a Greek time of change. Feudalism was fading and cities were becoming more popular. Trade connected Europe to the Middle East and ideas traveled back from and forth. Christianity decreased in importance. There was return on important classical Greek and Roman knowledge. There was a revolt for ideas, literature, and art in Europe.